doesn't fit. So now we can deliver the doesn't fit. Okay, it's okay. Now what do? We have solutions for this. Right now the locator housings does not fit. Some reason when we deliver it, it's just sometimes there's discrepancy, it just doesn't fit quite right. So what we need to do is refine these locator housings, and then from there what we can do is we had to pick it up chair side, or we can take a light body wash and send it to the lab, and we can do that for you. All right, so what we're doing today is that we're refining the locator housings. We have to do these at times when the locators are not properly engaging into the abutments. So when that happens, we have to remove these using the refine burr. It's really easy. Perfect circle. There you go. See? Comes right off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a little bit more space for the locators housings. So we're going to use the recessed burr, which is this one right here. What this does is that creates a perfect circle of create more space for us to pick up the locators. Easy peasy. So now if we're going to pick up the housings chair side, what we're going to need to use is the undercover. What this does is to create a physical retention around the area for the chair side to pick up material to properly bond. Have basically a mechanical retention of what we're doing. So, and there it is. So now we have the patient's mouth with the locator abutments, a recessed denture that has space, and 4 new locator housings, right? What we're going to do is we're going to check the fit. So let's pretend that this is the patient's mouth. We'll put one attachment, one locator housing attachment. And what we'll do is we're going to have the patient bite down and see if there's any space or anything. And we're basically checking passive fit. So once we do one, we do one more, we do the same thing. Okay, good, passive fit, and then so on and so forth. So if there is some discrepancy or some rocking, that means that we just relieve that particular area that we added. So for example, if we added the second one and we check it, okay, it's rocking, then we know it's this area that we need to create more space. So that's why I'm doing this one at a time. Okay, so we have passive fit. So what are we going to do now? What we're going to do is to take a reline wash, like as if we're doing a chairside wash. Okay, so now everything is passive. Now we're going to put a little bit of a light body into the intaglio of the denture. What this does is it captures the tissue, the new tissue dynamic, and also it captures the location of the implant. So pretend this is the patient's mouth. So once you don't press all the way down yet, and then once it's set, you have the patient lightly bite down. Okay, so once the patient's slightly biting down, the centric is good and also the bite is good. So as long as teeth are contacting. So once it comes off, now this is a good example. So there's one abutment that came with the wash, but the rest, as you can see, did not. So what we're just gonna do is remove it from the patient's mouth and pop it back into the wash impression, like so. Okay, so once we transferred the locator housings into the wash, now this is all set and ready to go back to the lab for us to reline and also reattach the housings back into the final denture, and that should be it.